Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Corey Johnson, and welcome to Relationship Management. Today's topic is going to be about blast from the past. Blast from the past is an idiom for something that suddenly reminds you of an earlier, often fondly remembered time. Lots of us up in this world reminisce about the things that has happened to us when we were children. So this topic is for everyone up in this world that has been sexually abused as a child and that is still suffering from your traumatic event from when you was a child. As an adult, a lot of us adults are still suffering. A lot of us still cry and we think about it and we can't get it out of our mind. And a lot of us have to go to mental therapy to get some help. But I am here to teach you on what to do, because the Bible says openly rebuke is better than secrets of love. So ain't nothing wrong with rebuking the person that has hurt you and harmed you. No matter who the person is, you have a right to bring it to their attention that they were wrong. But always remember this, the Bible says God is going to make your enemies your footstool. Your enemies is the people that has hurt you, or put you up in harm's way, or have kept you up in danger when you was a child. And your enemies remain the same whenever you become an adult, because the people that has hurt you when you was a child, they're still bad people. They mean they still treat you stupid. They're very disrespectful to you. And these type of people have neglected you and has rejected you. So I am here to rebuke. I'm going to give you an example. These type of people want you to forgive them, forgive for their sins. But they keep showing that they have never changed, that they are the same person. I'm going to give you an example. My ex-stepdad has told me about a couple of years ago, you let your uncle fuck you in your ass. He said that while we was over the phone. Now, I'm here to let you know, I know that was cruelty. It's cruelty. And what he said, that's not facts. That's not factual at all. And I'm here to clarify my name since he accused my uncle of fucking me in the ass. First of all, bitch! That's how you handle it. My uncle have never fucked me up in the ass. Okay? And that's the truth. You wished he had fucked me in the ass because you wish that I've suffered more. Understand? My uncle sexually abused me. And the farthest he ever went was filling on my ass as though I was his woman and having me suck his penis a lot. I remember when I was an infant, I still remember that. I used to wake up every morning. My mom used to let me spend the night by my grandmother's house a lot. I don't know why she always had me over there a lot, but she had me over there a lot. I used to wake up and he had my head on his stomach, you understand? And I used to wake up every morning with his dick up in my face. And he used to put it in my mouth and had me sucking on him for a long time. And don't you know, even as a baby, you can recognize, you know what I mean, when somebody is smelling bad and when they tasting bad, because you have your senses, And what my ex-stepdad said to me, that was really fucked up, And I really feel that if I was in front of his face, I would have give his ass the smackdown of his life. I would have beat his motherfucking ass. And I know I would have knocked him out. You know, because that was really fucked up what you said, bro. And that goes to show, you know what I mean, that people like that, it's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. You know? First of all, my mother used to get her ass kicked a lot by my ex-stepdaddy. A lot. I used to wake up out of a sleep and I had very bad nerves. I grew up with bad nerves. You understand? He used to always kick her ass. He used to always break everything in the fucking house. I mean, everything. I was fucking terrorized. You know? This motherfucking man was so crazy. He even came up in my room and broke up my motherfucking toys. I had racetracks. He stumped on all them motherfuckers. Snapped all of the tracks in half. My race car set, my train. He stepped on all the motherfucking trains. You understand? He just snapped everything in half and broke up every fucking thing in my room. And when he was doing that, I felt that he was going to kill me next. Then I used to wake up out of a sleep, felt like I was having a heart attack. About to have a cardiac arrest. My heart was pumping very, very fast. I thought he was going to kill us up in there. Waking up, every time I turn around, he just hollering and cursing and beating up things. I'm hearing everything breaking, dishes breaking, furniture, everything. You know what I'm saying? And my mother kept me around this motherfucker. But I really do feel that, you know, the reason why the Lord allowed my mother to go through that hell, because that was her karma. Because she's a stupid person. She kept me in harm's way after my grandmother had caught my uncle and I in that bedroom upstairs. Understand? We was naked up in the bed, you know what I mean? Me and my uncle. I was 5, he was 15. He jumped out the bed with his penis all hard, and my grandmother had a wooden plunger stick that you plunge in the toilet with, but she had untwisted it. And he tried to run past it, but she caught him and started hitting him. All in his head, face, everywhere. Everywhere. And beat her for a long time. And my grandmother warned my mama and told her to don't let my uncle buy our house anymore. You understand? But the stupid person my mom is, she believed that my uncle changed. My uncle had told my grandmother, had told my mama, he went to Reverend Blake Church and he's Holy Ghost filled and he speak in tongues and he changed. So when I was 7 or 8 years old, my mother let him in our house, you know, and I experienced my uncle walking around up in his drawers a lot. My mama never used to tell him to put nothing on his nasty ass, you know. But my ex-stepdad used to always get on my uncle. So you need to put something on your fucking ass. Don't be walking around here in your drawers like that. You know what I'm saying? Dick poking all out and shit, you know. But, you know, it was one day when I was 7 or 8, my uncle came in the back room when I was sitting down on my bed. I was either reading the book or doing my homework, and he asked me 3 different times to suck him. And out of one of them times, he had, you know, his penis was out when he told me to suck him, of course. And he pushed it to my mouth. I said, suck it! And I said, no. So he pushed my head, understand? And when I slid back, his hand stayed on my head, and the back of my head had hit the back of the wall very hard. Bow! You know, all of his might. You know, back then I was very tiny and petite, you know what I mean? Short legs. And I saw big old white light. This motherfucker was trying to kill me. And you want to know what my mama told me? You know, after I told her mama, after my uncle had pushed my head on that wall, I started suffering with headaches real bad. That's why I was having bad headaches when I was up in elementary school. I remember the name of the school. You understand? Florence J. Chester Elementary School. That's right. And the symbol they used to use was called the Wildcats. You know. But what happened, my mother told me, oh boy, the reason why you used to have headaches because when you was a baby, you used to bam your head on the floor a lot and stuff. You know what I mean? She used to justify the fact. My mom is a stupid person. She always say stuff like that to try to cover up her brother's sins. You understand? She never ever wants to make him know what he did was wrong. Never ever want to make him suffer. Never want to make him, register as a sex offender. She never called the police on this goof ass motherfucker. You know, she never made him. She never reported him to child protection. Never called the police or nothing. Never even put him in the homes or nothing. And she don't want him to be punished. She wants him to continue to sexually abuse other people's children. That's exactly what happened. He sexually abused his wife niece. He sexually abused my cousin. You understand? I used to live on Alexardi Street. That was up in Algiers, Louisiana. And my cousin, who was she's a girl, you know what I mean, and she accused him of putting his hand on her breasts and stuff like that. I don't know what happened between a situation with my auntie and her, or her and her mom, but they got into a fight some kind of a way. My auntie is now dead. My ex stepdad, he beat me on my testicles. Whenever I was a kid, he had me on the floor. He beat me, and I told my mom I was hollering and screaming. He hit me down there. You know what I mean? My balls. And after my mother had told him off about that, he said, "You hit him down there." He said, "Boy, that boy ain't doing nothing but lying." He grabbed my arm and started beating me some more. So his karma is when I got older, 15, he was on drugs and coke, and I tried to pull him off my mama in the living room sofa, and he kicked me, and I flew across that table that was in front of the couch and hit the wall. So he got off her. My mama pulled out a 38 and shot him in the nuts. So that was his karma. And I feel like God allowed, him to beat her up when I was a child a lot, because that was her karma from being a stupid fucking person, even up to this day. You know what I mean? She don't believe me. She accused me of dreaming. Are you sure you wasn't dreaming that he did that to you? I'm back to what my ex-stepdad was saying. He also say, "Why didn't you tell me, you know, that your uncle did that to you? Because I would have killed him. He'd be out of this world." You know what I mean? If he would have known, he would have killed him. You wouldn't have did shit to him, because he kicked your motherfucking ass with that karate when he had to come to the house when I was like 15. And he just pick you up and throw you against the wall and smack in your face and chop you in your eye, and your eye saw bleed. So, nigga, you ain't nothing but a bitch. You wouldn't have did fucking nothing. You let a homosexual man handle you and beat the fuck out. You was scared of him. You wouldn't have did shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you told me, if your grandmother wouldn't have told you what he did, I wouldn't have believed you. You understand? First he said, if I would have told him, my uncle wouldn't be alive today. He would have unalived him. You understand? And then he turned around and say, if your grandmother wouldn't have told me what he done to you, I wouldn't have believed you even as an adult. You understand? So that's why I say, nigga, you wouldn't have did fucking shit if I would have told you when I was a child. For number one, you wouldn't have believed me. Just like my mama don't believe that he pushed his head in my wall. And that's why a lot of you parents are fucking dumb and stupid as a motherfucker. So y'all, out of the bad luck you guys are having, you get exactly what you deserve. God allowed my ex-stepdaddy fist to get all fucked up, all fat, all busted up, pus all in it. You got all kind of bad luck. He told me the bad luck he's having. My mother told me the bad luck she's having as an adult. See, the Bible says God gonna make your enemies your footstool. You understand? Your footstool, they had to tell me the bad luck they having. That's your karma. That's for fucking all over me. See, God don't like ugly, and God is not finished punishing your ass. And God is allowing the curse of Satan to come upon you. God is allowing demons to come and destroy your lives. You understand? If my uncle would have really fucked me in the ass, don't you think, stupid motherfucker, that I would have told you? You understand? So he didn't get that far. You understand? He never did that. So I just want to give clarification. And if anybody up in this world is going through this shit, make some YouTube video about this shit. You guys have happy holidays and you have a good one. And one more thing, blast from the past means if you ever try what you have done to me in the past, you will get blasted in your motherfucking ass.